And herein lies another example problem that we're going to be hitting with the trig functions. This one's pretty straightforward. I've got g of t equals t cubed plus cosine of t. Just so that we note, we're going to go back to our handy dandy cheat sheet, and we have cosine of x equals the negative sine of x. Well, in this case we have t's, so let me just write that down on the side. I'll put note that the derivative, I'm going to put it in terms of t, of cosine of t is equal to the negative sine of t. And I'm just saying, hey, remember this fact for later on. And I like to do that. I like to kind of say, well, what equations might be relevant, and let's write that down. And I don't want to make it as a part of my solution yet, because I don't necessarily know if I'm going to use it, but I'm going to maybe put it on the same sheet of paper that I'm solving the problem out. That way I can kind of say, this is about the direction I might head, or this might be useful to me. Just showing you techniques on how I do things. Now, what we have here is we have the product rule, because we have this function over here times this function. And the product rule is pretty straightforward. All you got to do is say, all right, I'm going to take the derivative of the first thing and multiply it by the non-derivative, or just straight up the second thing. And then I'm going to put a plus sign. I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to take the derivative of the second thing and multiply it by the first thing. All right, so this would be d dt of t cubed times the cosine of t, and I'm going to put a plus, and then I'm going to say t cubed times the derivative of the second thing. Alright, now the derivative of the first thing is 3 times t squared. That's pretty straightforward. And the derivative of the second thing, well, we already know that. Alright, well, I've got my t cubed here. That's the same one from that. And then this guy is negative sine of t. Alright, and then I guess I can put 3. Let's factor out a t squared, because there's at least t squared in both of them. 3t squared. Alright, t squared times 3t cosine of t plus, actually, I'm sorry, it's not plus, it's minus t times the sine of t. I think that's the answer. Yep, that's the answer. It's pretty straightforward. It's easy. There we go.